As porn becomes increasingly normalized, it's easier to address openly. In the past, porn was taboo, but now it's seen as something we can discuss objectively, analyzing its impact on behavior and mental health. Many people now recognize that porn can be addictive, with some admitting they struggle with it themselves. The first step to overcoming any addiction is acknowledging it. For those who may not think porn is addictive, or for those struggling with it, here are some psychological insights into the nature of porn addiction. First, like any addiction, porn has triggers. These triggers, whether visual, verbal, or situational, can be tough to avoid. Movies, TV shows, and social media may contain subtle or explicit reminders that bring porn to mind. Even if the imagery isn't overtly sexual, the brain can associate certain cues with previous habits. This can make porn a challenging addiction to overcome, as it's accessible anytime on devices we use daily. Unlike substances like alcohol or cigarettes, you don't need to buy anything. It's readily available. Yet, despite the challenges, sobriety is possible. Given how accessible porn is, avoiding it can be a struggle, but it's not impossible. Avoiding triggers and holding oneself accountable helps, though occasional setbacks can occur. Relapse is sometimes part of the journey towards sobriety. It can remind us of the addiction's strength and the determination needed to overcome it. Recognizing triggers and reaching a point where they don't lead to relapse is key. A significant barrier in addressing porn addiction lies in its lack of formal classification. Currently, it's often viewed as compulsive behavior rather than a clear addiction. Mental health professionals refer to it as compulsive sexual behavior disorder or problematic pornography use. Despite this, therapists and researchers still work to understand and treat it. Porn addiction also has physiological impacts. Studies show that excessive porn use affects brain chemicals like serotonin and norepinephrine, which influence mood and behavior. Over-reliance on porn for these chemical releases can lead to lower enjoyment in other life areas, potentially making everyday experiences seem dull. Another insight is that porn addiction can sometimes signal underlying issues. For many addicts, it's not just the substance or habit itself, but the circumstances surrounding it. Some may turn to porn to cope with feelings of isolation, depression, or resentment. In these cases, porn offers a temporary release of serotonin or norepinephrine, which helps lift their mood momentarily. For some, depression may increase their reliance on porn. For others, excessive porn use can lead to depression. Understanding the root causes can help in addressing the addiction itself. Interestingly, high porn consumption often leads to heightened sexual thoughts. Over time, instead of satisfying sexual desires, porn can leave a person feeling unsatisfied. Studies show that regular porn use can lead to sexual dissatisfaction and dysfunction, creating a cycle where more extreme content is needed to achieve the same level of satisfaction as before. Porn addiction can also disrupt relationships. While it doesn't necessarily lead to cheating, it may affect how people perceive satisfaction and connection within relationships. Some partners may feel as though porn use distances them emotionally, while others view it as a form of infidelity. Addiction often requires self-assessment, as nobody can truly diagnose it for you. Admitting to an addiction can lead to the first steps in breaking free from it. In a world where porn is so accessible, it's easy to develop an addiction, but overcoming it is also achievable. By understanding triggers, working on self-discipline, and identifying any deeper issues, those struggling with porn addiction can start their journey toward recovery. Do you believe that porn addiction is more common than most people realize? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like and remember to subscribe for more content like this.